So we are now going to dive into a little bit of sea turtle action. We're going to go live. Thanks to the power of our satellite unit, we are going to head to Fernando de Noronha, and we're going to connect with Nina from Project Tamar, and we are going to learn all about sea turtles. So let's bring her in live with us right now. Hi, Nina. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you guys?
We are great. Nina, it's so great to have you with us. We have classrooms saying hi to you right now from Canada, from the US, from Brazil, from the Netherlands, from Turkey, from the UK. So we have a lot of students hanging out with us today.
Yeah, we're back.
Hello.
All right, Nina, I was just saying we have classrooms from all over the world with us today. We're excited to spend a little time with you.
Yes, we're over here in Fernando de Noronha. It's a really abundant island and sea life. And we're here in the Turtle Museum in Fernando de Noronha. I work in a conservation project called Projeto Tamar. Tamar takes care of 5 species of the sea turtles that are in Brazil. The world has 7 species of sea turtles. Brazil has 5 of the species nesting everywhere, and we take care of 1,100 kilometers of nesting beaches, making sure that the females and the baby turtles are protected and well conserved. Today we're here in Fernando de Noronha, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the sea turtles, some curiosities, and how our work is. So I'm gonna start by calling you guys to go see a little bit about each turtle shell, and we're gonna go inside the museum and take a look at each of these turtles. Let's go. So here we have some of the shells of the turtles that nest in Brazil. I will start with the green turtle because here in Fernando de Noronha, the only species that nest is the green turtle. The green turtle actually is very interesting. It's very important for the ecosystem because it actually feeds on seagrass. And when it feeds on the seagrass, it makes it grow again. So it's like an ocean gardener. The green turtles are actually called green turtles in Brazil. When we started working with turtles in all Brazilian coastline, they used to eat sea turtles. And the green turtle was one of the favorite ones because it's very fatty and the fat of the turtle is actually green. So the name green turtle comes from the fat. Its scientific name is Chelonia midas. So green turtle is just a name, and the scientific name is Chelonia midas. Green turtles are very abundant here in Fernando de Noronha. They nest in all the areas. Some are protected areas and just for them at night, and other areas are together with people. And Tamar works alongside with people because we believe that society is very important to take care of these animals. So Brazil takes care of the turtles together with the Tamar, and this is awesome for conservation. We need people and conservationists, politics, everything working together so that we can save these animals and take care of the planet for the next generation. The other turtles we have here is a loggerhead. The loggerhead turtle is actually more abundant in Bahia. Actually, in Northeast Brazil too. Loggerheads have a very big head. So you know them from the species because they're the species that have the bigger heads. We have also the olive ridley that nests in Brazil. Olive ridleys are very tiny sea turtles and they're very abundant in also Northeast in a place called Sergipe. Olive ridleys love to eat shrimps and they have a problem because the fishery actually is fishing in the place that they are eating. So olive ridleys get a lot of problem from the shrimp fishery, and we have to work alongside the fishing communities to teach when they find sea turtles. Sea turtles actually can be, we can save the sea turtle from drowning. We just turn the sea turtle like we do with a human, and we do a massage. The turtle puts the water out, and we can save the sea turtle. So we have taught the fishermen how to do when the turtles get accidentally caught in the net. But the olive ridley actually does have this problem, and we are working on it. So the olive ridley populations are going up. Actually, in Brazil, it's very nice to know that out of the 5 species that we have been working for the last 40 years, of them, the populations are going up. So we had many baby sea turtles being born in all the places of Brazil that we are taking care, and we are multiplying the species, which is great for conservation, not only for Brazil and for the world, because turtles are migratory and they can go from one place to another swimming very fast. So, like for example, a turtle can leave Ceará in Brazil, and it can go to Senegal in Africa in 110 days. So the turtle is a good swimmer. It uses the currents on its favor, and they go all around the world. We know that because we actually have a lot of monitoring with satellites. So we put this little satellites in the turtle shell, and through the satellites we see where the turtle eats, where the turtle feeds, where she swims, where she relaxes. And also, we do have a turtle tag that it works like an ID. So when we tag a turtle and we're doing the research, we put a number on it that gives the number of the turtle and also our postcard, so they know our address. So if somebody catches a turtle that we have researched in another place in the world, and they're researching a female, and they see that turtle is from Brazil, they get in contact with us, and we get to know our turtles and where they go in the world through the turtle ID that we put on it. I'm going to talk a little bit about the turtles' threats, right? The turtles have 5 main threats, not only in Brazil, but in the world. So the turtles have threats that are regional, national, and international. Mainly, they are the main threats, and that's why internationally we try to target the more important threats so that we come with solutions, and little by little we try to organize our planet. Main threats, and we're talking about bycatch right now. So the turtle's main threat in the world is bycatch. When they are fishing other animals, turtles get caught, get trapped, they drown, and that happens daily, not only in Brazil, but in all the world. The second threat here in Brazil is actually photo pollution. What is photo pollution? When you have animals nesting in places that humans need lights. Turtles don't need lights. The only light that the turtle needs is when the turtle is born, it is drawn by the stars. It looks at the ocean, and the ocean has lights. The stars have lights. So as soon as the baby turtle is born, she looks at the natural light for instinct, and she wants to go to that light because that's where she feels safe. That's where she's made to go. When we put artificial lights in a nesting area, the baby turtle confuses that artificial light with the stars and the ocean, and it goes the wrong way. So turtles have a big problem with photo pollution, and that is something that we try to work, and we try to work alongside with the government, with hotels, with condos. So in the place that the turtles are being born, we try to make it as dark as possible so we can multiply the baby turtles. Another big problem, not only with the sea turtles, but in the world, is plastic. We know that the plastics have 8 tons of plastic in the world. We overuse plastic. We haven't figured out a more sustainable way to live correctly. And the ocean is a big victim of our lack of organization to leave and start and saying no to plastic. So plastic is actually confused with food for a sea turtle because a sea turtle eats algae. Sometimes the plastic look like the algae. She'll confuse it's for food and she'll eat it. A turtle, like a loggerhead, big loggerhead, loves to eat jellyfish. Well, she sees a plastic bag that looks just like a jellyfish. What happens? She eats it. And how do we know that the turtles are eating plastic? Because we take care of turtles and we receive turtles for rehab all along Brazil. And every turtle that we have received for rehab has plastic in their stomach. And we have all that together. So we have a lot of plastic inside our museums that has come from the stomach of the turtles. Another concern in Brazil is cars in nesting areas. We have nesting areas that unfortunately people still like to go to the beach and go with their cars really close to the water, and there might be nests there. If there's nests in the beach and it's a place that Tamar is taking care of the beach, no cars are allowed. A car can go through the nest and just kill hundreds, thousands of baby turtles in one little entertaining ride. So these are the turtles' main threats. Here we're gonna talk a little bit about the work that we do in Noronha. In Noronha, like I said, we have been for the last 40 years, and we started marine conservation in this island. When we came to the island, they used to eat sea turtles. They were not involved with any type of conservation, and they used to fish with bombs. So today we're in a protected area, but 40 years ago, people were coming to Noronha and throwing bombs in the ocean, fishing with bombs, eating all the animals that were around. And I'm so glad that I'm not part of that generation and we are already changing that story. But we've been working on the beaches that the turtles nest in the Noronha and making sure that the females and babies are protected for the last 40 years. We have people going to the beach every day in the morning. So the whole year we have people taking care of all the beaches in Noronha where the turtles nest, and at night we go to research them as well. We also have a job in Noronha called the scientific capture. This is the only place in Brazil we do the scientific capture. It is really interesting because we have such an amazing life going on in the water here and so many turtles that once a week we take a sea turtle out of the water and we do it the biometrics. We see how much it's weighing. We take some DNA sample and we put the tag on it to know that we are researching that turtle. And we also have more about the species because sea turtles have been in the world for like 150 millions of years. This is something that we're just getting to know, and we do have a lot of research on turtles. But the more research, the more we know about it, the best it is for the conservation of the species. Here we talk a little about our foundation's sustainability because we are we have stores, and the stores and our products are made from the families of the fishermen that once were the people that ate the turtles. Today, we have a foundation built with these people, and local communities are the success of our foundation. Without local communities, without the help of fishermen, without the help of traditional culture and the people that were in the communities before we were there, we weren't be able to do what we do. So we mix science with fishermen, with culture, and with love, of course. And we're getting to the number of 50 million sea turtles given back to the sea. So we are doing our job, and it's great because we need Brazil and the people to help us with the job. So it's a job done by society and Projeto Tamar. Let's talk about sea turtle a little bit more. We're almost done. So I wanted to show you guys, this is really cool. We have an artist that does the sea turtle exactly how it is. And this is a big green turtle. This is the turtle that nests in Brazil. It is a very big turtle, strong. Yes. Green turtles also are very, very abundant feeding in areas like the ports. And yesterday we had the chance to go to the ports and get a sea turtle. I think you guys are going to see the movie in a second. We did have a juvenile turtle. And this is one of my favorite species. And this species is actually the most threatened species of sea turtle. It is a loggerhead. A loggerhead is huge. Yes, it is. The loggerhead can reach up to 1 ton. It is a huge sea turtle. It can go 1,200 meters down. It's the turtle that goes down deep in the ocean to catch whatever it wants to eat. But the food that it likes the most, like I told you before, is the jellyfish. So the loggerheads have interaction with plastic a lot because since they love jellyfish, they eat up the plastic that accidentally gets to the ocean. And loggerheads are actually different than all the other turtles because the turtles have really hard shells and the loggerhead doesn't. The loggerhead has a soft shell and it actually helps it diving all the way deep in the ocean. Loggerheads nest in Espírito Santo in Brazil, and they are very critically endangered species. This is a cabeçuda, the loggerhead. Like I said, that's a leatherback, and this is a loggerhead. So the loggerhead, right? Careta careta, scientific name, is the turtle that we have in Bahia. And it's the turtle that I was telling you guys that has the big head because it crunches lobsters, shellfish, everything. It crunches, crunches, crunches. So it has a very strong jaw. This is the hawksbill. So the hawksbill also has a very strong beak, and its name is actually because its beak looks like a hawk. So the hawksbill also like to eat shell food, but they actually like sponge and corals. And they're very important because when they eat the sponge and they eat the corals, they make it multiply. So every sea turtle has a very important role in the ecosystem because what they eat actually gives other fish food. And something that I didn't tell you about is that every 1,000 little baby sea turtles that are born, only one survives. And do you know why? Because the sea turtles are responsible for a abundance of marine life. So when the sea turtles are born, octopus eat them, barracudas eat them, baby sharks eat them, crabs eat them, seabirds eat them. So the turtles actually are like not only big and adults and responsible as adults for the nature, but when they're tiny, they also have a very important role. Here in Noronha, we get to see the turtles in all their stages of life. So baby turtles being born, mama turtles that come and nest and they go and they come. And we also have adults coming in and out, and we have juvenile turtles feeding and relaxing in these warm waters. So it's a very interesting place because you see there's 3 cycles of life of the sea turtles right here in very close environments. And this is, like I said, the tiniest of them all, the olive ridley. The olive ridley loves shrimps. She normally can get up to 50 kilos, so she's really tiny, you know. And her name is olive ridley because her shell has this very intense coloration and it doesn't change. Every time we see an olive ridley, she has the same color of shell, very characteristic. And something in Brazil that we play about the olive ridley is that the olive ridley represents our culture. Why? When the olive ridley puts her nest, she is so tiny that she has to wiggle a lot. And we say that the olive ridley actually samba. So when she puts her nest, she does that wiggle, wiggle, wiggle that Brazil considers to be a turtle that samba. We're about to end the class, and I wanted to show you guys something really interesting, and it's compare my size to the size of the turtle. So I'll call you to see this, and these are actually the size of the turtles that we talked about. This is the leatherback. So look, I'm not that short. Look at the size of a leatherback. Huge, right? Yes. This is green turtle, the island turtle. Quite about my size. So I think I'm a green turtle. This is the loggerhead. See, the loggerhead is a little bit smaller. This is the average size of a hawksbill turtle. See? And this is our samba, samba, on the relay, the samba turtle.